Welcome everyone, Questini here with a discussion about Malus Darkblade in Total War Warhammer 3. And for all the discussion around lords like Marafi, Lokir, Grimgor, and others, I think really Malus Darkblade is certainly one of the strongest, if not the strongest in certain ways, of the Legendary Lords of Warhammer 3. He certainly is the strongest Legendary Lord of the Dark Elves, without any kind of discussion on the subject. So, why is that situation particularly the case? Well, if we look at the faction effects, you might think, oh, he's only getting 30% more income from mines, gold mines, and all that. Okay, that doesn't really seem substantial, but his real faction effects are over here at the top. So, you can either drink an elixir to get full control, and this will reduce the corruption by minus 15 in all provinces, and give you a loyalty benefit, which is not something to be underestimated in a Dark Elf campaign, but it will affect Malus's combat capabilities. Or you can allow for full possession, or anywhere in between. This will give you, well, this will basically make Malus Darkblade, Sarkhan, unkillable. He'll gain a significant amount of missile strength for his army, melee attack for his army, ward save for himself, and the ability of being possessed by Sarkhan in battle. And you'll also get diplomatic relations benefits plus 50 with the Demons of Chaos. That's a really hilarious situation. You also start with the Black Arc, same as Lokir, though you won't be able to get as many Black Arcs as Lokir can do during the course of your campaign. You also start with Hag Reef over here, and what's interesting to think about with respect to Hag Reef is like you have that kind of choice that Elfarian might have at the beginning of his campaign. Except, unlike Elfarian, you having vision with all the other Dark Elf factions is an actual significant benefit early on in your campaign, including vision with Malekith. And in fact, you're kind of in this position where having a good relationship with Malekith will benefit you immensely. So as you begin your campaign, you take your army, your full possessed army, and you can just take Malus Darkblade and win this battle on your own, no problem. But you take this army, you sack the settlement for the sake of the slaves, and then you take it directly. And then you can take a significant amount of money by giving up Hag Reef. Malekith will keep control of Hag Reef. You don't necessarily need to keep it. And after that, well, let's just say it's time to start recruiting Black Arc Corsairs. What can you do? And get the Black Arc that you started with to tier 2. That's just the beginning of your campaign, and then you can use the potion to start getting an absurd level of power early on in this campaign. Very quickly, very efficiently in this campaign, and no one will really be able to stop you. There's no faction around you that is going to present any kind of real opposition to you in this particular campaign. None. Because anyone that might oppose you is going to be busy. Like, anyone that might oppose you early on is going to be busy with other things as well in their campaign. Like, you do start with the Demon Prince to the east, but it's like the Demon Prince is like a cakewalk of a faction to eliminate. And hell, you can even have great relationships with the Demon Prince if you so desire. Like, you can play this campaign and really embrace chaos, really embrace the possession, use those diplomatic relations benefits with demons, make a good friend of the Demon Prince, however useful he will be during the course of a campaign. Or you can decide to wipe him out. He is not going to be able to stop you. You can decide to wipe him out and instead focus on other things during the course of your campaign. Like, maybe you help Boris Ursus to the east, give him a decent number of territory to the east so that he forms a buffer between you and all the other factions in the east, and you focus on the west because your long-term objectives are to go deal with the High Elves. You don't have to wipe out any particular faction in the short term, but in the long term, you do have to wipe out the High Elves. So that is something that you're going to have to keep in mind when you're playing this particular campaign. But the fact that you start with the Black Arc that's already primed to go to level 2 from the very first turn of your campaign is absolutely a significant benefit of this particular campaign. And the potion that you start with is no joke either.
Will it be torture or rapture?
So you start in this kind of position with which grants you an insane level of power. And you also get missions from Tarkhan. Now these missions will slowly possess you, but they will also grant you a significant amount of rewards, like epic items, money that you can use. So you're not quite on the same level of, say, Oxyotl, because you don't have his teleportation mechanic, but you do have a bunch of rewards that you can get from various missions in a campaign. The downside is you do have to spend a lot on the potion, potentially, early on in the campaign, so your campaign pace might be a bit slower than you might like, but the thing is, the Dark Elves excel at one particular playstyle in the campaign. And that playstyle is simple. You go to a territory, you burn it to the ground, more or less, and then you rebuild it. And that's where Malus Darkblade really excels as a legendary lord, because few other legendary lords can do it as well as he can, because of the sheer insanity of growth that he does have in his early campaign. Like, having 100 growth in all your provinces, even if you're starting from scratch, is pretty damn absurd, I'm not gonna lie. And you can get, and having a Black Arc that you can turn into a tier 2 Black Arc very quickly is also a significant benefit as well. And while you may face a rebellion relatively quickly over here in this campaign, you can also deal with said rebellion very quickly in this campaign without really any kind of problem that will stop you. You have a bunch of factions that you can manipulate via diplomacy, declaring wars on their enemies, gaining a lot of money, sustaining your early game economy, and because you have vision with all those, because you have vision with all of these Dark Elves, that in itself does end up granting you certain significant diplomatic benefits that you can utilize very, very well during the course of your campaign. Like declare war on an initial Skaven faction and not be stopped at all by anyone or anything, even when they're trying to do so.
Malus, come for the hag. Treasures and power all.
Like over here, for instance, I'm going to gain a rebellion in this territory. Another thing I can do is I can use the Gift of the Witch King to get myself some really sweet heroes over here. Or one sweet hero, specifically a Death Hag, that will grant me casualty replenishment. So suddenly I'm sitting at a decent level of power. You can even go for a mage if you want to, though I probably not recommend, because the School of Magic will be randomized and you probably want to get the mage in the proper way, quote unquote. But there's plenty of benefits in this campaign, a good degree of power that you can utilize. And while you may have rebellions, quite a few of those rebellions as well, they are going to end up working very, very well for you. Because, like, for instance, you know, I get a rebellion over here. Okay, I want to go there anyway with Malus Darkblade. Get some territory out of the process. So right here, I'm almost done with that initial mission that he had for me. That Tarkhan had for me. In terms of your special skill line, you do gain benefits towards possession when Tarkhan does possess you. Like, Malus Darkblade is like one of those kind of lords that even without the full item set, so like Armor of Destiny or anything like that, he's that kind of legendary lord that even without that kind of item set, he still is in an incredibly powerful position in a campaign from the very beginning of that campaign. He is flat out the best duelist in the entire game, if you allow him to be possessed, of course. And he does have a freaking mount option too, so it's only gonna get better the more you play his particular campaign. So like, just get a bunch of dark shards in a tier 2 black arc, which reduces their upkeep by 50%, so you're capable of maintaining 2 entire armies very, very quickly over here. Yeah, war with Karankar, it's like, okay, that's not gonna work out.
Do not appeal to my better nature.
Better nature?
Actions.
I don't think you have such a thing.
Welcome. Speak, if you would.
And then you start building up these relations, like, you can, like, he's not going to come and attack you, specifically, like, you're not going to have a situation where Alifanar sails all his forces that distance when he's got other priorities to tackle during his campaign. And it's like, you can easily destroy the Demon Prince and take all of his territory and then go even further east, secure your eastern border, then just hop on a boat and go deal with, well, everyone else. What are they going to do to potentially stop you? Nothing. Very little, in point of fact. Very damn little that they can do to stop you. So over here, I'm just going to wipe out the Demon Prince's main army, and then it's like, once that's done, there's, again, nothing that can stop me. And you see that Tzeentchian Rebellion, that's free money and experience, really. Generally, it will be free money and experience, regardless of how it plays out. So over here, we just go deal with that, then we go deal with the Demon Prince. Get some slaves out of the bargain, out of the deal. And yes, then attack the Demon Prince. If the Septic Claw are still alive, we can ask them for some money against them. Start funneling money in our campaign. There's power. And start getting slave pens very quickly in this campaign. Force march all the way here. And then use the Black Arc itself to attack. Because that's one of the things they can do. They can be used to attack. So much for Daniel. So much for freaking Daniel, all I can say. And then, yeah, you start getting items.
I command. Onwards.
That will really, really help you out very quickly in during the course of this particular campaign. And while you might think, oh, I'm having to pay the potion, it's like, really, the potion is not a significant affair, and you can get rid of the negative effect of the potion as well during the course of your campaign experience. You can also get various abilities that will help you out if you are transformed as Tsarkan. So you can get ambush success chance of intercepting underway, reducing the leadership of enemy armies in a particular region. So you have various benefits, even in normal form, but let alone if you're actually transformed. If you're actually transformed in that particular campaign to take advantage of. And your campaign plan is rather simple, all things considered. Like, there's just a lot of possibilities over here they can really, really take advantage of in a crazy way. That few other lords can. That's the important bit. That few other campaigns have this sheer insane ability that Malus Darkblade has. Like, you can get 2 Black Arcs relatively early in a campaign. It's not quite the same as Lokir, but Lokir doesn't have the growth and corruption benefit you do, nor does Lokir start with the diplomatic benefit. or the vision that you do from the very beginning of your campaign. So while certainly Lokier can achieve more in the early game, once you get going as Malus Darkblade, well, you can take all of Norska, all of Northern Nagrand, all of the Northern Castways. Archaon will not stop you.
A quest.
Even if you end up in a fight against them, Archaon will not stop you. It's like, oh, you get the quest item very quickly during the course of your campaign. Like, just the fact that you have a Dark Elf Lord that has replenishment from the very beginning of his campaign is ridiculous. And it's like, oh yeah, you get the quest battle. You might want to allow full possession for this, but to be honest, this army would win. This army that I have would win against this army. That's not... Even though Kolic is, well, Kolic, but still.
What now? Increase the pace.
So you suddenly end up with even more money during the course of this campaign. And money is power. Use it well.
We have a deal. The ocean awaits. I live.
Reduce upkeep over there. More replenishment, more growth. Martial name of power.
Great gods of Druki.
Cause some fear over there. And long term? Well, long term, you might be looking at a huge level power. And by the way, people ask me about confederations. What's the key to confederation? Well, I think being very strong will certainly help you out during the course of your campaign. And really, if you want to screw someone up, it's like you can just get the right of the War Master that will give you an entire freaking stack of endgame monsters that are going to be significantly more powerful than anything anyone else can put together on the field. That's the power that you do have at your fingertips over here. Like, just beyond the sheer insanity of everything else. Alright, so that's 2 turns. But just beyond the insanity of everything else that you can do in a campaign like this, that level of power is honestly like just... You combine the high growth with the instant construction of Dark Elves, you end up in in a really... You end up in such an absurd place that I don't think any other campaign can even come close to comparing to the insanity of this guy. You do have some vulnerabilities with the Norscan, specifically the Varg potentially ruining your day if they want to. But really, as long as you have the economy as long as you don't go completely overboard with recruitment, and that's the one thing that might cost you, as long as you're not going completely overboard with the sake of recruitment and you keep things in check and you try and keep things reasonable, you'll be generally speaking fine in the course of your campaign. Like, oh, look at the Demon Prince, he's recruiting another army. What is he going to do with it? Nothing. He's just going to get wiped out. That's what's going to happen over there. So you attack over here. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where let's just sack it because I don't want the rebellion right here. And if you ever find yourself in a fight, you can just click this lovely button over here. That button is just basically an I win button for Malus Darkblade, because it's like you have a difficult fight that's about to happen. No problem. Just click for full possession during your campaign, and suddenly all your issues will go away.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
No joke.
Fear me.
All your issues will go away because you allow him to be fully possessed. I mean, it's not like he's weak without full possession. Let's just remember that aspect. He is not weak even without full possession. In fact, he's quite incredibly good even without full possession. But if you find yourself fighting a really powerful army like a Doomstack of Archaon with a bunch of regiments of renown, and you just want to eliminate those from the field as quickly as possible, that's your way of doing so. That really is a way of doing so. And like, consider this, I'm about to start making this settlement tier 3, and I might just instantly construct it at tier 3. What will that give me? Oh, mages, just small insignificant things like having access to mages and all that. that could be, you know, incredibly useful to have. Like, because I went with the Death Hag. Now, keep in mind, the heroes you get from the gift to the Witch King will affect your hero capacity. So, it would be nice if it increased your hero capacity as well. That would be absurd. But, like in this case, I just don't need another Death Hag for a while until... where actually I can get the recruitment, because obviously you have one... You do have one baseline. You do have one baseline in terms of, like, hero capacity, so I could afford another Death Hag. Or I could just do the Gift of the Witch King as quickly as possible, again, in this campaign.
The whispers grow louder.
So over here, I'm just going to get another Black Arc. Now, while he does lose some rights in respect to specifically the control right, which is not really going to be a problem considering everything.
By the Lord of Murder.
And we just wipe out some freaking nerdlings, no problem.
For the hag.
And get more slaves.
Set slave masters to work. No lagging.
Alright, Tower of Flies.
Tyrant of Nagaroth. Anchors away.
For the Witch King.
And I can just use all those slaves that I have already to start making sorceresses. No problem.
Noble of Nagaroth.
I'm not in really that crazy of a hurry, but all the same.
I waited long enough.
Wait, yeah, he's not gonna pick that fight just from the moment we recruit him. He wouldn't win it necessarily there. Then you get battle as business, and what I'm really interested in here is, yes, that particular confederation. You can't win against Valkia.
Supreme sorceress.
Forget that particular delusion, if you even have it.
Master Druki.
Mother of the Dark.
Though one of the things you can do
You should know better.
is sell this to Hellebrand and become rich beyond measure, and it's like make an alliance with Hellebrand and then drag Hellebrand into your war so that she ends up being weakened against Valkia and she's willing to confederate. See, winning a campaign is not just about like, oh, I'm just gonna take my army against the enemy army, and it's like that's the key to it. No, winning a campaign
Test. What do you
is about abusing the shit.
Lord of the Black Court. Acknowledged at last. Of course. We will make them bleed.
Is about abusing the crap out of the campaign systems in one way or another.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Actually, over here I could just keep the Great Arena.
Lord of the Black Court. The thrill of battle awaits. I admire your darkness.
Pledge loyalty to
Or I could
Cardiff
sell it all
or
to
die.
Valkia. If I wanted to. If I was crazy enough. But really, I benefit more from having a good relationship with Hellebrand than I do with Valkia, so...
Understood.
Because, eventually...
Fell sorcery.
Be quick.
The Witch King of Nagaroth will hear your...
And maybe I even sell this particular building and make a gold mine over there before doing anything else.
Songs shall be written of us. Fear my malice. This should be good.
You will typically get one confederation one way or another. It can either be a confederation with Grand, just because of what I did,
Malus Darkblade.
or confederation with Karen Carr. Depends on how the
Master of Nagaroth.
situation plays out for you, really.
My talents. Tyrant of Nagaroth.
If only you had growth to Black Arcs. That would make the situation even crazier than it already is.
You threatened.
Slaughter here to die. Huh?
And then, well, you know, I think I'll make buddy-buddy with Boris Ursus, because that will give me the flexibility of dealing with other things. Although, crazy thing, you want to go kill Emmerich, right? Potentially, in a campaign, right? You may want to do so. One of your best ways of doing that is to use the sea lane that travels from close to Borosaurus all the way south next to where Kugaf is, and then you show up and with a imagine showing up with a full stack and a black arc near Emmerich and just annihilating Emmerich. It's probably not the best course of action though, because Emmerich is probably going to most likely die. Like you probably want to focus on Leafanar and the others in your campaign, but just the fact you have that ability is freaking crazy. And we look at the climate situation, and we shouldn't ignore this. You have jungle, you have temperate island, you have mountains, you have frozen. While you don't have wasteland, which is a bit of a shame, you can conquer a vast array of territory on the campaign map. How vast? Like, again, all of Norsca, Northern Chaos Wasteland, Kislev, Ulfwan, and a very, very substantial portion of Lustria or the Southlands. That is bullshit. That's ridiculous, because this guy did start in a jungle.
Do not test me.
So you can just use one of your black arcs with its 50% upkeep benefit to do something like this. And then show up with your main army to take a territory, no problem.
Featherless.
End their existence.
This will not stand.
And then take Volcano Heart.
Dread Lord of Nag.
And your second black arc just starts moving over here.
Favored of the Witch King.
Black-hearted Dreadlord. What?
And if you at any point want to really spice it up, you can decide, well, you know, I don't need to send this black arc to help out in any way, so let's just start getting units over here.
Great gods of Druki.
Real artillery units.
Cruel and deadly.
And keep that control and growth under full control. Really. Combining high growth with instant construction is one of the craziest fucking things EA has done in any campaign in the entire freaking game. I'm not even memeing on the subject.
You are my enemy, and no enemy of mine lives.
I'm not even trying to joke on the subject. It's like freaking madness.
I will murder anyone.
Shouldn't forget about the gold mine that I want to give Helbron for a truckload of money. And then she'll make a truckload of money. And Helbron, and I might just start a war with both Valka and Sigvald deliberately over there. And have Helbron being beaten, having Helbron dealing with that. She might actually win. But the important bit here is I am creating a situation where I can take advantage. Just gotta wait for the Confederation cooldown to expire before doing so. But once you do so, it gets absurd pretty quickly. I'm not gonna lie.
Rise up, warriors.
One of the downsides that does exist in a lot of these campaigns, though, is obviously the fact that you don't quite have
Lord of the Black Court.
Alright, Admiral Leech.
What?
You don't have the same kind of control benefit that lovely Morathi does have in her campaign. And that is one of the downsides that does certainly exist over here. But it's really the only major one.
You are my enemy, and no enemy.
That you might have to deal with.
All serve the changer.
Kane's dripping hafts.
Well, I can certainly use some of these slaves to improve the situation here, make it more appealing towards Protossx. Get Foe Seeker.
Merciless.
And once that is certainly done,
Grease. Play the chop outside. Corn.
Prince's Herald.
ooh, there's some juicy stuff available in there, isn't it?
Kane abhors diplomacy. Unless it leads to war.
A vile corruption is spreading.
Unless it leads to war. Well, don't you worry your pretty little head around that idea. The sheer insanity over here. What do you want? Well, she's moving on that. The sheer insanity that's available over here isn't comparable to any other campaign. Like, you've got the ability of confederating factions from half the world away, and certainly other campaigns can do it. The fact that you're getting rich in the process is a bit extreme. And usually one of the things that does hold the Dark Elves back compared to the High Elves, like the High Elves do actually work very well with diplomacy. The Dark Elves, well, let's just say it like this. Gang confederations as the freaking Dark Elves is an annoyance and a half, suffice to say.
The Great Bear has no quarrel with you. For now.
Interesting. And there is going to be a Black Ark, a tier 3 Black Ark, over there in that particular campaign. And yes, we will start raiding them.
Fear my malice. Vicious dreadlord.
Cruel dreadlord. Dread commander. Master of cruelty.
Do not vex us further.
Dreadlord.
And can also get the sorceress, or 2 sorceresses at this particular point.
Sister of the Dark Convent.
Although I may have recruited too many units there. And once another confederation becomes available, well, I will certainly take advantage of the situation there as well. Capture all of this territory over here, and as I stated, end up in a war with Sigvald. Deliberately end up in a war with Sigvald. To cause issues for Helbron, because what Sigvald's gonna do, he's gonna march close to Helbron. He's gonna take a dark fortress that's next to her. So you starting a war between Helbron and Sigvald, well, let's just say it can be incredibly beneficial during the course of your campaign in quite a few ways to do something like that.
Dreadlord, awaiting command. Relics, come forth.
Lord of Fear.
A novel prospect.
Okay, and over here.
Indeed. Spare none. Take everything of value.
Okay, let's see if Boris Ursus is willing to give me a defensive alliance for the Crystal Spires. He is. Who would have thunk?
I will.
Clan, what? You bow to me.
And suddenly I emerge as faction strength number 1.
By the Lord of Murder. Say, damn you.
And then I can sack this settlement, then take it over next turn, making it into my own. Try and not run out of money. That would be nice. That would be really nice. So more control is needed. That is going to be one of the problems, so to speak, that you're going to have in this particular campaign. Control. Rebellions might be free experience. They are, if you have an army in the area to deal with them. But if you don't, well, that might be a bit, that might end up a bit annoying, to say the least, in terms of dealing with them.
Tyrant of Nagel. What?
Azazel.
The Gore Bringer. I will dismember you and hang your intestines from the nearest tree.
Promises, promises.
An ad.
Mistress of Skull.
Very Moore's chosen.
You have a proposal, yes? Good. I do.
I'll wait one turn. Though,
Verminous valor.
I have a settlement to sell to
Bandying words
Helbron.
with you will not please my...
The people grow restless.
I have little time or love for diplomacy. All right.
That will keep me going for one extra turn. And once I sack this particular settlement, well, things will get even better. Maybe I should help Kislev in every way that counts.
I am Malus, tyrant of Hack.
I mean, he's suicidal as I see it, but okay. You could decide to help him out a bit against Archeon if that's your thing. You can decide to go into Norska and go deal with all of Norska on your own, which you can. Conquer all of this territory before launching a direct and full-scale invasion of Wolf 1. So now that Helbron is... now that I'm going to start a war between Helbron and Sigvald, that's something, again, that I'm going to take advantage of. The goal being confederating Helbron over there in the campaign. You don't want to confederate the Witch King for a while, at the very least. Now, as long as you can get benefits from him with the gift of the Witch King, why would you want to... why would you want to do so?
You want to die now? I will.
Okay, other factions may not necessarily care much for that.
Proposal, yes.
Cease.
So let's see who ends up winning in that particular situation.
Noble of Nagaroth.
It's sparks.
In this situation, I know this army would win. I mean, look at what they have. If you think that army is winning against this one, I don't know what to tell you, really.
Feast on your spoils.
Lord.
No, I made that mistake of not having that non-aggression pact with him, so that might end up biting me pretty hard. But just gonna get more Black Arc Corsair, so it's generally gonna be fine. And what I want over here is to start getting some of these guys together.
No lagging on the route.
What's annoying about these missions, as you might figure out,
Feared by all.
Get out.
Death and What now? It is mine now.
Don't care who. Red Dead.
What's annoying about some of these missions is how they can ruin you on a diplomatic level. Because you get a mission against a faction and, hey, you might want to be friends with. You don't need to do the missions, though, at the very least. You do have the flexibility in that respect. Get rid of... Yeah, let's get rid of that. You do have some flexibility with respect to that, so that's not really going to be too much of an issue there.
Consort of Corn!
It is time. Your death will be remembered in another of my glorious sons. One right.
Foul sorceries.
Though, of course, that can and will affect you in a negative way. In a very negative way, in point of fact. But you can print money using slaves. So that will always work.
Proven in combat and loyalty.
And it will always be effective.
Master of cruelty.
Alright. So, Hellebrand is won against Sigvald by the looks of it. And that's what I wanted her to do. Then I'll declare war on Valkia and have Hellebrand join in on that. And that hopefully will be enough of a kick for her to be completely and utterly... Well, I don't want Hargonef to fall. That's the thing. What I do want is Hellebrand to just basically be weak enough so that she ends up being willing to confederate with me. And if I could get a peace treaty with Sigvald before that, that would even be great. The key to confederation, gentlemen. The key to confederation.
Who seeks the mystery? Divine.
I am chosen.
Do not cease.
I admire your darkness.
Establish a garrison.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Or I could just get the peace tree over here with
You want to die now? Or when
with him.
Aziz.
Artisan.
Maybe not.
Unparalleled power.
Not in this case.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Great gods of Druki. Vicious dreadlord.
Damnation.
My power is absolute. I dedicate Bishop.
Darkling Prince. For the mortal. The last thing you will know. Lover.
Slaneshi Herald.
Hateful bidding.
Just to keep my economy going at this stage. That's why.
Tyrant of Nagaron.
Alright, let's see what she ends up doing.
Noble of Nagaroth.
Well, I guess Sigvald is certainly dead. Yeah, I expected that. And there's no way I was kind of hoping,
I have
actually,
been rel-
that Trog would be so foolish as to do something as stupid as trying to attack Malus Darkblade, attack Admiral Leech. And beyond the power that the Black Ark has, the fact that it has a full freaking stack in it, yeah, you're not winning that one.
Nagaroth nobility! Cruel and savage!
feared by all.
Carnage and bloodshed await! Station a garrison! What violent delights!
Cane's dripping hafts. What now?
And Kragadrak still stands.
I approve of these dark deeds.
All the world is meat for my grinder.
Well, maybe I should
Approach a lord of the
Prince divine
you should make a deal with them
mortality.
in respect to that.
Going ashore.
Feared warrior. Don't waste my time with
Kitsuki.
And now to
I am the harbinger of
rank
your
it up to
demise.
11.
Life li-
So now Malekith and Helebron are both at war with Valkan Sigvald. Oh yes, you can be such a fucking troll in this campaign, I love it. It's not even funny. The Master Troll, like, I guess, you know, if you're gonna play a Demon of Slaanesh, you might as well go full on Slaanesh, right? Screw over everyone.
Headstrong commander.
Slaanesh is the god of excess,
Slaughter awaits.
after all. For a reason.
king.
For a bloody good reason, I would dare argue. And if I really wanted to, I could wipe out... Ooh, okay. And if I really wanted to, I could wipe out Azazel over here and give all this territory to... Grumbrindle. Oh, these guys are so freaking dead, it's not even funny. Look at them. Aren't they such a juicy demonic target that needs to be wiped out? Why, I believe they are, indeed.
By Kane. Slaughter them all. For the hag. Wealth is power.
So suddenly you get the guy who's willing to conquer in freaking Norska as the Dark Elves.
Murderous lord.
This is too juicy to ignore.
Vile.
That's the thing about Malus Darkblade in his campaign.
Cruel dreadlord.
There's a
Yes.
lot of juicy things you can do like this.
Noble of Nagaroth.
Although in this case it does seem
Conquest lies ahead.
that I'll have to be a
What
bit
lies
patient.
ahead?
I mean, if it was Sigvald, I would just be running the fuck away, but it's not just Sigvald there.
I have little
Hopefully they'll run the fuck away.
Slaaneshi.
Darkly.
I need an or Kislev. Da.
Depravity reigns.
Tyrant.
Nah, the financial needs. He's defeated Archeon by the looks of it, but he's also managed to lose his entire army. I suppose that is not unreasonable.
Marauders all.
I've been looking forward to this. Prepare to be ripped.
Prince's hair.
Love.
Siren of
You come to us, yes, yes? Want some?
Madam Sil.
born to rule. So long as you do not question me, we
If
may
I declare war on him,
I knew
it's gonna get
the
ugly
lady
real quick.
blessed me with this voice. Superior. Of course.
What?
Huck.
Divine immortality.
Well, there is one way. Just repair it, right? And then wait until next turn to make it. Because next turn we are going to take the slow march on corruption. Gotta use a potion. Another one soon enough. Or I could just start Malus Darkblade eastward and deal with all of the territory there. Give it all to Catherine. Wouldn't that be something? The true savior of Kislev. Fun fact, just because you start so close to the Demon Prince, Kislev will actually like you quite a lot as a faction. I'm not exaggerating or joking in any way over here. You kill the Demon Prince, Kislev is like gonna become your fan club in a lot of ways. It's no joke. You might ask why. Well, I think it's pretty damn clear why that would happen.
Against my counsel. Annihilate them. The thrill of battle awaits.
Alright, here I'm just gonna take it over. Directly.
With noble purpose.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
Alright, get some slaves.
The blessings of
My plan may have ended up backfiring and made them far stronger. Sometimes that can happen. What are you gonna do, right? Let's get that one.
Orson.
slant.
Peerless. Sing the songs of death.
Maybe it was just a question of bad timing.
Black-hearted dreadlord. Tyrant of Nagara.
Maybe so.
Orson loves all allies.
Artisan of
Okay, declaration of war against Archeon, something I would have preferred not to be dealing with, but sometimes you just gotta roll whichever way it goes, right?
We have a deal.
Those demons might be taking the Vacre settlement there. Yeah, look at Leafanar go. Maybe and Hellebrand is winning. Jeez. Well, I guess I miscalculated a bit. Maybe I do need to get them involved in a war against the Leafanar. Maybe the key is to not declare war on the Leafanar and just get that Confederation of Ground, because it's very likely, and then declare war on every single one of them, so that the Malekith and Hellebrand end up being significantly weaker and thus prime targets for Confederation. It's just an idea.
Create chaos. Let them know death's touch. I claim this place.
Lord of the Black Court, I approve of these dark deeds.
Ready. Show your mettle.
Rebellion will spark up. Gonna get another one of these. Death Hags. Let's get another Sorceress. And some Knight Assassins too, why not? And let's see if he is willing to accept a peace trade. Guess not.
Azazel, prostrate yourself.
What?
Dark power.
Well, that's pointless because guess what?
I am chosen.
Hello, is it?
Spooky sorceress.
Is it? I wonder. Valkia is gonna start pushing in on Malekith. Poor Malekith. Poor freaking Malekith.
Dreadlord of Nagara. Tyrant of Nagara.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Warbound.
His situation is, he's screwed would be an understatement, I gotta say.
This one is blood sworn to me.
Merciless one.
And that's exactly the way I want it there. Alright, Rebellion will start next turn. So let's prepare to deal with the Varg now. The Varg only have coastal settlements, so guess who's gonna come in and wipe them all out without any hesitation. Gonna send a Death Hag on the freaking fleet, because why not? All it will take is for one of their armies to be destroyed over here. My concern is that Sigvald may decide to try and screw me over. Alright, Rebellion over there. So Malus Darkblade is gonna go away on a vacation and help out Kislev, make an alliance with Kislev, and then march on Azazel, wipe him out. The insanity of this campaign, you gotta love it.
Master of cruelty. Onwards! Onwards! Pick them apart!
Alright, one there. One south.
Death Hag ready, as you say. Who seeks my malice?
Actually, on the fleet.
I am yours.
Face me in battle, so I...
He's not even at war with the Varg anymore.
Bring death!
Canes!
I've been looking forward to accepted.
Well, Katrin has managed to win that. Well, look who we have there at the Winter Pyre. Threatening the Winter Pyre. It's cute. No missions from him yet.
Increase the pace.
Don't care! Damnation. Disorder!
You might win that particular encounter. It won't matter. I'll just cancel the Winter Pyre. Save the money. Get it elsewhere.
Fear my malice.
Get it elsewhere. And then I can do another ritual for the next 15 turns to end up dominating from an economic standpoint. Yeah, the madness is very strong here. Print the money. Oh, there is Sigvald. Interesting. Gotta be a bit careful with him then. He might just destroy one of my black arcs there, which would be unfortunate. I guess I'll just have to withdraw that particular black arc over there. Okay, yeah, this is where we get into bullshit of like mods cheating. I understand that. But no about you. I'm not sure I put my money on this particular army. Autoresolve, yeah, I know this army would possibly win a actual like situation. It's like not gonna put my money on that. Alright, so Sigvald's got me cornered over there. Truthfully, Trog should have won that particular battle, but it's like whatever. I would have taken this element back anyway, or he would have just sacked it. He wouldn't have raised it.
In my stead.
Regardless,
I admire your darkness. Such slaughter awaits. Lord of Fear.
okay. That's
Yes.
That's an interesting situation there.
Destruction lies beyond.
We shall reclaim it in blood.
Yeah, reclaim it. It's nice that there's so many mines around me.
What?
So, choices.
Avert your eyes, Groot.
Dark. Rogue!
I could accept the peace tree. I won't.
Great Lord of Nagara. A fine plan.
An affront to the gods!
Slaughter calls us. Lord of the Black Court.
Alright, get that to tier 2.
Tyrant of Nagara.
Mixing spells. Facade.
Might lose a black arc.
I am unyielding.
But so be it. More casualty replenishment there.
Proven in combat and loyal.
And then we start getting these aristocratic names of power. Yeah, I'll take the Black Arc Corsair upkeep benefit.
Dark servant.
We have a deal.
One of the problems though is like the AI is one of the lessons over here with modded campaigns. Like the AI is more willing to attack fortified settlements because they think they'll win. Problem is, let's just say there's reason why that should work, but there's also a reason why it won't work in this particular situation. So, because remember, I removed the Autoresolve benefit that all settlements do have. What is Sigvald going to do there? Honestly, in his case, I would go deal with Hellebron first. But the AI will do what the AI would do. I would say, yeah, Hellebron is the bigger... Like, if I was playing Sigvald in this situation or find myself in this situation, I'd just run away, deal with Hellebron in direct fight. He's going to do neither of those things. He's not going to attack my fleet, nor is he going to attack Hellebron. Like, what is this guy up to? Okay. Hellebron's in some trouble, though.
Black-hearted Dreadlord. Attack!
Which is not going to suit her very well.
Lord of the Black Court. Tyrant of
Alright, gonna get rid of some of these guys.
Evil bidding. I have just the poultice. Cruel dreadlord.
What now?
Going now.
Alright, gonna take this particular settlement.
Prepare the raiders.
Send him there.
Hecata's servant. Relics, come forth.
I do not fail.
I admire.
Make this a wasteland.
No objectives at the moment. Oh, Boris Ursus. Boris Ursus is doing decently well for himself.
Dreadlord of Nagara. Black-hearted.
Alright, get rid of that one.
Black-hearted Dreadlord. Tyrant
Well.
of Nagara. Fear my malice.
I deny this. As
He won't attack. He won't leave. What is he waiting for?
Death.
Because eventually, like, if he doesn't do anything, I'll just send this particular neighbor to deal with him. Not even a freaking joke on that.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
There we go. And the rebellion might spark over there.
Such slaughter.
Somehow unconcerned about that one. Okay, need money. Need a lot of money.
None shall.
Madam, I lost. When do we
The
fight?
Heralds
Only
of
if only
Ariel.
we'd hunted you down long ago.
Oh, they're at war with Alifanar. What's the Confederation situation looking like? Decent enough, I guess.
An audience.
This
Tribal fury.
You come to us, yes? Want something only... Yes,
Sing the song.
Got a decent level of slaves, though. That I can actually utilize to my benefit. Because
Cease your provocations.
one of the things I do want to get here is a Knight assassin in this particular army. Don't need another death hag right here. Could use one other in another front though. So getting her to the front line is going to be an interesting one.
Another whisper, another time.
Still.
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
Scavenge. Time to see if Sigvald can walk the walk, so to speak. Like, I've seen the AI do this shit vanilla-wise. Modded campaign doesn't really matter. Like, he's about to lose everything to Hellebrand. He could defeat Hellebrand. I'm not even fucking joking on that. He could genuinely win against Hellebrand, but he's just gonna sit on his ass, do nothing. He won't attack because he won't win. He won't go defend because he might not win. Oh, okay. So he finally goes to the side and defend.
I am Malus.
Yeah, no. Goodbye, ugly creature. Maybe you can roleplay it as Demons of Sunish really despising Trog. You can roleplay Sigvald, really. Okay.
Madness fills the air.
carnage and bloodshed await. Noble of Nagara.
Bride of madness.
I will...
Madam, I lost.
Still not going my way. Yeah, well. At one point.
I approve of these dark deeds.
The ocean awakes. Malus comes for
Alright, so Karakadrak is there. Under my control there.
cursed.
That's fine. I'll get another master there. Maybe get some more money. So let's see who wins. I would hope, for what it is worth, that it will not be Hellebrand. I mean, yes, I do. Like, if she wins that, it's like you can put off Confederation for half the other
Your
campaign, right?
timing.
You can eventually succeed. Malakav is losing, but he's not, still not willing to confederate just yet there.
True savages.
As for the Varg, well, the Varg are the Varg.
A vile plan. Vicious dreadlord.
I travel the world seeking jewels. Today you bring one to me.
Carrick's different.
Without doubt.
Grind runes.
Get those ports.
Waiting command.
There we go. And maybe I should sell all of Krakadrak to Katrin. I don't know. It's hard to...
By Cain.
hard to say, really, at this stage.
What?
Let's see what Sigvald does. Damn. Oh. Did she win? But did she lose? Did she win? All I can say is Valkia is being a huge disappointment right now. Like, if you were playing a Hellbrown campaign, this would be like a nightmare scenario. Because you likely would face Lifanar also declaring war against you at this point, so... not something you'd want to endure. There are ways you skin this cat, though. It's like, you either beat Sigvald to the Deadwood and get a non-aggression pact, then go deal with Valkia.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
Those are some of the options available during your campaign. This army against Sigvald, would it win? I would have to say that it would, personally.
I'm here.
And if need be, there's another fleet that's available there, so it's not like we're just talking out of our ass over here. Yeah, I kind of need the money, so
For the hag. As expected.
I'm gonna keep those there.
Tyrant of the hag.
Feared by all. Anchors away. Tyrant of Nagara.
Do not vex us further.
Next destruction. Power awaits me. No, not possible. I
Hero flesh.
Tyrant.
Well, I guess someone's gonna need some level of salvation from me, because he's managed to lose his entire... Well, actually, forget about what I just said. I was apparently very mistaken about that. No, Boris is still alive, very much so. Boris is fine. He will be fine. I mean, he can win against Archaon. If he wins against Archaon, this entire northern portion of the map is his territory. Well, let's see who prevails there. I'm guessing Sigvald decided to fucking run away, right? He saw what was coming and was like, nope.
Lord of Fear. Sail, damn you.
speak.
No scum.
Druki servant. Death to all enemies.
How
No!
Malekith.
Fear me. For the hag! Your servitude will be my profit. Paint the map. Ready. What plot?
Can he win over there? I don't know. I have no idea. He made a freaking garrison. GG. What do you want me to say? Well, we can get the sorceress. No, not now, actually.
We have a deal.
Sigvald.
Such slaughter.
We got him cornered. Damn full. I might risk losing a settlement to rebellion. So what of it? Who gives a damn?
Dripping hafts.
And I'll give this territory to Catherine. And have Catherine join the fun against Archon.
My
I mean, she's helping her dad, she's not helping me.
Commander.
Favored of the Witch King. Dark Lord.
Okay.
Hateful bidding.
Gods of Druki.
I do like getting elusive over there. And yes, there will be a rebellion here.
My hatred drives me.
Might have to use the diktat to prevent the slave rebellion. It's kind of funny that the Dark Elves take the diktats from Nakari and also take the Castor instant construction, though in a bit of a different way. And yeah, he didn't attack because he knows what the score is.
We will make them bleed.
Ah, wait, great. Just gonna deal with that rebellion and then go march deal with that demonic army.
Cruel and deadly. Die!
And that would be it.
Lord of Nagaroth.
Sigvald is there at home again.
Haste.
Yes, yes.
Lord of the Black Court. Dry land.
Oh, a caravan.
Narun Gorm.
Nice.
Master Lord. Slaughter. The fates agree.
The gore your lands will suffer my infinite rage. The rage of Khorne. This aids the
Corns. Spoilers. Yes. Corner.
Hear the... Spare none. Put the slave masters to work. Tyrant of the hag. Time to pillage.
No, let them know death's touch. Enacting my dark desires. Dread Commander! Dagger of nobility!
Black-hearted. The thrill of battle awaits. Bring me their treasure.
I've little time for
So the more they lose, the better off I'll be. Okay. Well, I can try getting a sorceress. Let's see what kind. Dark, actually good. Damn, we got lucky.
Cane's dripping.
All shall be
That was really fucking fortunate, I'm not gonna lie about that.
Malevolent Lord.
That's the one sorceress you do kind of want. I mean, there are other schools that are just as good, but it's like... Yeah, Dark is something a bit special from my point of view.
Dread Lord of Nagaroth. Lord of the Black Court.
What missions do we have? No. That's gonna be my reaction to that. No. Fuck no.
Fear my malice. Black-hearted dread.
I have just the poultice.
It's like he's just screwing you at one point or another, right? It's like that's what Sarkhan wants to do with you.
Well met this night.
All right, what do you
What
want?
do you have to?
You're on your own. See, I am not interested because I want one thing and one thing alone from her, and it's like Confederation. Once I confederate her, well, maybe I'll save Malekith. Maybe I won't. What do I care? Okay, so Trog is gone. Astrogoth will soon be gone. Maybe I do need to get on a hop on a boat and go help Boris. Ooh, I am so terrified of a rebellion. Okay, they'd win, fair enough, but it's like, what does it matter? Because it's like, my fleet is right there, nearby, they're going to attack.
Avert your...
I'm not sure what to do there. Is an interesting dilemma. What do you do when you have the power to defeat your enemy, but you don't want to defeat your enemy?
Battle at last! For Nagaroth!
That is the question.
Victory! Man the walls! Feared warrior!
Ula of Makas.
Rise up, warriors! Treasures and power all to me!
Kislev is willing to negotiate with all who respect us. My people.
Sing the song!
Yes, my each lord of Heimri.
And now I'm in a position where... What do I do? Well, pretty simple. I recruit another freaking army. That's what I'm gonna do. Another Dreadlord.
I have dark purpose.
Lord of the Black Court. The ocean awaits. A vile plan.
Dark and noble warrior.
That's what I am going to pull off here.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
And with another army, with some masters,
Becomes me.
or one master,
Master Druki.
prepare to hold the line. Alright, I'm at capacity with Death Axe, but I'll get that second master with strategist there.
Master of Nagaroth.
Say the word.
I guess I need to consider whether or not I'm gonna sail there to help Boris Ursus against the terror of Archeon. Or maybe it's best to leave him to his fate. Decisions,
This one
decisions,
is blood
decisions.
sworn to me.
Merciless one.
Own the entirety of 10 provinces. Huh. No problem. Actually, I kind of wish I had smaller provinces to control.
I live by the Lord of Murder.
That might help me a bit more. Who the hell is beating up Alifanar? Probably Silostra. I don't know. Maybe I should start recruiting another army over there in that territory. That's a Skaven rebellion.
I command. No lagging. Get moving. Tyrant of the Hag. With the wind.
Alright, that's the fastest way to move around here. Instant construction, why not? Sigvald is coming.
Black-hearted. Murderous lord. Cruel and deadly.
What command?
Cruel dreadlord. I command you now.
I admire your darkness.
I have dark
Anything I can do?
purpose.
Oh yes, there are plenty of things to do here.
Make haste.
Speak.
Seems like Malekith is gonna be my victim of Confederation. Fine. And over there sell all of this to...
Kislev is willing to negotiate with all who respect us. My people.
Sell all of this to her. It won't be quite a military alliance, but it's gonna get there. And over here, well, try and prepare to make my stand. What else can I do?
My time. My talents. I've skills to show.
Or we could just evacuate the settlement.
Move, you maggots. Command me. What violent
And just go and get back the next turn.
Black-hearted dreadlord. Set the sails.
Because that's also an option.
dark and noble warrior.
Lord of the Black Court.
If he wants to attack it.
Lord of Nagaroth.
Sometimes just withdrawing from settlement and letting it to fall is the best course. Like if he raises it to the ground, he's screwed. That's how simple it is. Fun fact about Black Arcs. They can instantly attack any settlement. I think it doesn't matter if they... And once all of this is sorted out, well, guess what's gonna happen? Yeah, it was probably too close. Like, if you want to do this plan, it's probably best to let Sigvald gain some territory. Or best to try and confederate Grunt as quickly as possible, which will happen naturally as long as you don't screw up. Yeah, he's doing what I expected he would do. And then he's gonna raise it to the ground, which doesn't really matter to me at all. But he's gonna take some casualties in the process. And then my Black Arc is just gonna eliminate his capital and put an end to his little reign of terror. That's precisely what's gonna happen here. I'm willing to accept a peace treaty with him, actually.
Avert your eyes.
Sing!
I don't have time for words. You got it. Yes.
Am I willing to accept a peace treaty with him? Maybe I should be. Maybe I should be.
Avert your eyes, grotesquerie. I forbid you to look upon this beautiful visage.
Dreadlord, at your command. Station a garrison, cruelty and violence. Dreadlord. Moving! A novel prospect.
Do not tempt.
The gods smile.
If he attacks, he's destroyed.
Feared by all. Slaughter calls us. Search the place.
Avert your eyes, grotesquerie.
I'll take
I
it.
am pleased.
It's in my interest to take it, for the record.
What? Tyrant of Nagel. We have a deal.
Nothing more.
Becomes
I might have to leave some armies over here to just go deal with the situation, but... Not really too much of a problem.
The weak are crushed. Anchors away. Black-hearted Dreadlord.
So I will put pressure on Hellebron.
Lord of the Black Court.
He'll repair it and get it back up. It's not really an issue. Hell, I might even make an alliance with him in the long term.
Of Nagel.
Yeah, I'm not even joking on that. Alright, some slaves. Malekith is okay. Somewhat.
feel my power.
I am.
Alright, so Clan Mulder. Next target. Burris Ursus against Archeon. Fraud
Let
versus...
us not allow.
Alright. Craziness continues. So Azazel, so deal with Frat, then deal with Azazel.
Cursed. It is set.
Yeah, how exactly he runs away when he's got in the freaking underway? It's like a bit of an interesting one.
For now.
No comment. Just no freaking comment on that, really.
Charting a course. Vicious dreadlord.
What?
You obey me, thralls!
Lord of Fear.
Speak! Death upon them!
Just no freaking comment. That was silly. That was really silly.
Siren of the storms.
What are you, Nightwish?
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Time to deal with Alif Anar and Karen Carr. I'll recruit an army on land. Yeah, how does Rod run away there? That's a bit beyond me. But I will deal with him one way or another. Maybe just go directly for Help It. Yeah, screw you too. Underway interception, good. If Gostalton is still alive, well. So I'm guessing Boris Ursus has one against Archeon there.
Have you grown so tired of cowering that you offer
I guess not, actually. Interesting. Okay. Maybe it's time to build another army over there to just take advantage of Archeon's situation.
What could you possibly ordinance?
Sing the...
Master Lord,
I figure it's better than doing anything else.
Twist, bend, mangle, experiment! Onwards!
Great gods of Druki.
You for real? Okay. Have I actually had this element? I'm not even joking on that.
For the Witch King, Dreadlord, at your command.
There's enough.
Cruelty and violence. Thralls, move!
Noble born. Said, damn you. Set the sails.
Will Hellbrand prevail?
Speak.
Hunger. Endless hunger. I am
Across a vast array of territory. How many provinces do I need more? I ain't even counting, honestly. 7, okay. So I need 3 more. Help It will count as one of them.
No help needed.
I just want the objective finished, more so than anything else. There we go.
Who seeks the counsel of the Witch King?
He's doing well for himself, isn't he?
There are many possibilities in agreement.
Sorry, friend. you're on your own there for a moment. Until I can start recruiting some more forces. Wolfana awaits. After I deal with the Zazel and the Sarl and give all that territory to either Wulfric or Castalton. Interesting dilemma over there. Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. Alright.
Go on. To the waves!
By the Lord of Murder, increase the pace.
Alright. Force march over there. No, we see something here.
Murderous lord. Death.
Don't be a fool.
We will make them bleed.
Now, one of the ways
What
to
foolish
make
errand?
this easier, even, is to actually cancel some military alliances.
Noble of Nagaroth.
Lord of the Black Court.
And then you take this out,
To wait. Occupy this place.
and thus Karankar is under my control.
Tyrant of Nagaroth. The ocean awaits. Cruel and deadly.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Lord of Fear. Tyrant. A vile plan.
One of the things you can do to increase your Confederation chances is to actually not form an alliance with Hellebron, break your alliance with Malekith. And the reason you do so is because
I suppose.
it might actually increase your chances, provided he actually starts losing these wars, and you have a good diplomatic relation with him. He obviously will not appreciate it if you
I accept.
break an alliance with him, just like that. But if you never had it in the first place, like with Hellebron. Because alliance is, if you're, let's say, really powerful and you're allied with something, that will actually count against you in Confederation with that particular faction. That's why you might see a lot of Confederations happening when you're not actually allied with any particular faction.
Actions speak louder than words.
So while here it's going to be a temporary downside in this particular campaign at this stage, in the long term it might actually pay for itself over here. At least that's one of the things that I've noticed playing quite a lot of campaigns. So actually making these military alliances the way I did them
Peace?
might end up being a significant downside in your campaign. Of course, you can also end up in a war with one of these factions, so you don't want that to happen. But one of the things you can obviously do is when you confederate, like, say, Grand, you declare war first on Sigvald or Valkia, then you confederate Grand, then you trade the territory away to Hellebron, and in exchange you ask her to join the war against Valkia, which will probably curb stomp her. Those are just some of the ideas you may use during the course of a campaign. to have a better shot at the Confederation situation. Because, like, let's look.
Yes.
While right now they're going to be less willing to confederate against me. Because, well, obviously diplomacy.
Overlord.
The Lord of Murder whispers his will to me. Very well.
Malekith.
In the long term, that situation might change. Or maybe you can... Okay, so she's wiped out Sigvald. Or maybe this is a really bad idea given the context over here. Like, once you've decided to get the military alliance, turning your back on that is maybe not the best idea to achieve success in the campaign. That's a lot of slaves, though. Holy crap.
I command. Malus Darkblade.
My hatred for your kind boils my blood. Agreed.
For my kind.
Speak tremble before the...
So that's one of the things, like, that's how I was able to, like, confederate Grand, for instance. I didn't form a military alliance with them. In fact, that, again, is detrimental. Well, what are you doing over here? Piss off. We got people to kill. Worry about someone else, will you? I'm gonna make a barracks over here. Well, it seems like he's running away from Boris Ursus. Because Boris Ursus has got him on the back foot, so he's like looking for a safety net. Maybe. That would be my theory there. Yeah, there's a harbor there. So I'm going to take advantage of that.
What now?
To score some points.
Gods of Druki.
Alright, I'm gonna keep Hellpit under my control for a while. Before trading it away. Also partly because keeping it under my control means that I can get some more heroes. Let's get a K-Knight Assassin. I don't need a Nut Master right now. But I did want that hag. Well, Sigvald is not yet dead. Vacre is not yet dead.
Trade keeps the wine sweet.
Okay, Malekith. So be it. If that's how it's gonna roll, that's how it's gonna roll. I just need 2 more provinces and then I can get the free potion. That will be useful. Just continuously spam the potion. No problem. It would be great to have Hellebron and... Well, there we go. Another Black Ark, the 3rd one.
Dark Servant.
Benefits are tangible with this.
Destruction lies beyond.
To occupy would be unwise.
Get rid of that.
Fear my malice. Anchors away. Black-hearted.
Master of cruelty.
Power at last.
Yep, start getting more units there.
By Cain. Make this a wasteland.
Alright, he'll replenish a bit there.
Dreadlord.
Alright, need more money.
Yes. Twisted beauty. What?
She should be able to stop a decently sized force.
You should know better.
And while it will take time to recover here, that's why it's not a good idea. In the long term, if I can get some friendly relations with them, it's probably going to be easier to confederate. Especially if Sigval doesn't end up wiping them out.
Dread Commander.
What now?
Alright, so there's some Skaven over there.
And loyalty.
Alright. 8 out of 9. Slaves.
Favored of the Witch King.
Serve me correct.
I need
Trading agreements.
an audience.
Lover, you are like a figment in a child's dream.
Figment in a child's dream. How
I'm ready.
wonderful.
Overlord.
What a nice way of putting it, I guess.
Who seeks my audience?
Or you could just get... Or you could just get the recruited defeat a legendary lord mod. But yeah, one of the disadvantages of playing Dark Elves as opposed to High Elves. Like High Elves, you play any of their campaigns, you can confederate others reasonably so. As long as you get vision with them. It doesn't matter if it's Imric, if it's Teclis, it will work. Play Dark Elves, confederating any other, it's kind of painful experience. Since they do dislike one another.
Black-hearted Dreadlord. Draw your blades. We fight.
Actually, no, they do dislike one another, so what are we talking about?
Dreadlord, awaiting command. Dreadlord.
Dreadlord of the Druki. Anchors away. I approve of these dark deeds.
Leave nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna deliberately spark a rebellion here.
Tyrant of the Hag.
Just because I can.
Spare none.
I only need one more province. Kastalten is dead. So maybe all I need is Erengrad.
I need an audience.
That would be an idea.
Bloodshed becomes.
So who is winning here?
I have.
I'm going to recruit very slowly in this particular location. No need to rush it. Plenty of slaves coming in.
Dreadlord, at your command.
How vexing.
Master Lord of Hell.
May not work the way I wanted it to. Diplomatic relations are a bit too damaged. Could declare war on Vacre
Khan does not ask much.
in
Only
a turn. For both of them.
Hafts. What plot?
Key is to avoid the military alliance, which is the mistake I made with Hellebrand. But it can be easier to get these kind of declarations of war going.
Cruelty and violence.
Losing a bit of money, but not really a problem. Lefanar is next. I wonder to what degree Hellebrand is going to be reduced before she bends the knee. Oh wow, she actually defeated Sigvald. Shocking. Yeah, it won't
I
last.
only deal in 2 commodities.
Or I rather hope it doesn't last. Okay. So that just expired, fair enough. I was like, gonna be what? What war? The invisible, nonsensical war that doesn't make any freaking bloody sense. This would be a difficult one, but we do have artillery. Nah, truthfully, I'd only win this because the Autoresolve bullshit. It's not just the way of things sometimes. Also because, yeah, I have freaking artillery. Though he doesn't have as many ranged units as you might think. If he had an entire army of Shadow Warriors and Walkers, yeah, this would not be a contest, but he doesn't. I'm just reminded of the fact I won this particular encounter in the same way, like abusing Autoresolve against the Lefanar.
What? Sail, damn you. Plotting a course. Yes? Sail, damn you!
Merciless one.
Regardless.
By the Lord of Murder, Malus Darkblade.
Alright, another Skaven.
Rise up, warriors.
So much for Prot.
Mighty conquerors, mercy, yes, yes.
I guess, in conclusion, here's what I would say about...
Enacting my dark desires.
Okay, can he win? Interesting. It will really boil down to that particular situation. Can he prevail?
Master of cruelty. Speak.
The real question that needs to be asked and answered there.
You should know.
Maybe canceling those alliances and will end up biting me in the ass, but hey. If they're not willing to deal with the Confederate via diplomacy, though we got a bit closer with them. But if they're not willing to confederate via diplomacy, then yes, military force it is then. Maybe I just need to go beat them up a bit.
Yes.
But yeah, don't make the mistake I did. I thought that it would be enough if I got Hellebrand in a war. It might have been enough had I not actually allied her.
This one is blood sworn to me. Proven in combat and loyalty.
Well, oops, Argonef has fallen. Yeah, Hellbrand is finding herself on the far end of Valkia. It might eventually end up working. I'm kind of curious to see what will happen to Archeon there, though, if he wins against Boris. Oh, Sigvald is still alive. Okay, didn't necessarily expect that to happen. I can pacify Wilfric, no problem.
My hatred.
Death lurks behind every syllable.
Oh, he's only a war with Brindle and losing. When much fun. Oh, Jesus.
You're bring an inferno.
That's a lot. Okay. I'll lose some Black Arc Corsairs. Big whoop-de-doo.
No lagging. Into the stronghold.
So, who won? That was the only reason okay. Well, they're both... No, he did win. Okay. I guess I am going to have to deal with Archeon. Some lessons to be learned. Don't underestimate Archeon's potential against Boris. It takes a lot of faction potential. Like, Boris can get really lucky with the faction potential randomizer and win against Archeon, but it's pretty fucking rare. It's also the fact that AI just doesn't handle Boris' starting position well. Because, like, if Boris made a beeline for Archeon's main settlement, it's like he would win. That's not even debatable as I see it. But given the current context of the game, yeah, it's not great. Wait, what do I have that has Siege Attacker? Don't tell me she has Siege Attacker, because, like, it's a bit ridiculous. Hold on. No, she doesn't have Siege Attacker. So, okay, so how the fuck am I able to assist? Oh, I'm not even... I don't even want to ask. Like, I have no unit with Siege Attack. Oh, wait, what? Explain to me why the K-Knight Assassins has like Siege Attacker, because I admit I didn't know that until this point. It's like, I guess that's one reason to actually give a shit about them in a campaign. Probably. Freaking hell, man.
If you are not of bringer of glory.
Anyway, Costin signing out.